Chapter 10, in which the young man learns to master his unconscious mind. After this long and heartfelt statement, the old millionaire seemed exhausted and became silent for several minutes. Then he continued, carefully stressing each word. The formula or affirmation. Affirmation. I have given you is so powerful. Even if in the beginning you believe it's highly unlikely, you will even if in the beginning you find it highly unlikely you will ever become a millionaire, you will be able to become one. Just do the same thing with the formula that you did with the message on the computer. Accept it as the truth. If you have faith that you will be able to accomplish something, you will. In the case of the computer, the young man said, I let myself be tricked. I lost my head. But this formula is a different matter altogether. I have a problem believing I can become a millionaire 6 years from now. Even if you don't believe in the formula now, it'll begin acting on you. The more you internalize it, the more powerful it becomes. It's not your reasoning or conscious mind that you must convince. Remember the threat. Parts of you, your imagination, accepted it as real. Y'all remember when we was kids? Well, I don't know if y'all remember if this happened to y'all in y'all experience, but we went to school and they had all those imagination posters all through the school. And the imagination is what some people call the unconscious mind. It is the hidden part of your mind. What's up? And much more powerful than the conscious part. It guides your entire life. I could spend hours talking to you about the theory of the unconscious, but it's enough for you to know that the unconscious is extremely susceptible to the power of words. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is. No coincidence. You heard me? No coincidence. Now, do you know why you are having so much difficulty believing the undeniable fact that you can become a millionaire in less than 6 years? Sorry, I don't. Well, the fact remains that for years and years, you've been telling yourself you can't. Words have been engraving themselves in your unconscious deeply. In fact, every experience, every thought you've ever had, every word you've ever heard has become inevitably etched in your unconscious. In the long run, the prodigious moment memory becomes your self image. In the long run, the memory of all the words, the experiences, the things become your self image. Without realizing it, your past experiences and your inner monologue have convinced you that you aren't the type of person who can become a millionaire. Even if, objectively speaking, you have all the qualities to do so. And you could do so more easily than you can imagine. Your self image, like everyone else's, is so powerful that it unwittingly becomes your destiny. Outer circumstances end up matching the image you have of yourself with amazing precision. To become rich, you have to create a new self image. Perhaps I can. I'm willing to try. The only snag is that I'm not really sure where to start. Think about the threat you've experienced. It wasn't real, yet it affected you as if it was. All you have to do is play the same trick on yourself. Your unconscious won't be any the wiser for it. Think about it. From childhood on, each suggestion you have accepted, whether true or false, in effect has tricked your unconscious. You may have accepted something that was very untrue. So now you're going to experience the same thing. Your unconscious mind can be influenced at will. It is as easy as child's play. And once it has been influenced in the way you want it to be, you will be able to obtain exactly what you want out of life. Why? Because your unconscious will be convinced that you can obtain all these things. It will accept them as true in the same way that it's now accepting the fact that you can't get one out of life. That's what you told yourself, but that's not true. The ties in with what I said earlier. Man is the reflection of the thoughts stored in his unconscious. A man is what he thinketh. The most important thing is to pretend as best you can that something is true. Why does this work with the unconscious? Simply because, though the unconscious may be powerful, it cannot discriminate between truth and falsehood. So when they say pretend, they don't mean like just go be goofy about it. What they saying is your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind cannot discriminate between truth and falsehood. It don't know the difference between what's real and what's not to you. Yes, but what happens if there's a conflict between my conscious and unconscious? What happens if my conscious mind refuses to accept the idea of wealth? The best solution is repetition. This technique is commonly called self-suggestion. So when you hear self-suggestion, that's repetition, mantras, affirmations. It's all the same thing. You just keep repeating it to yourself over and over again, whether in the physical form through the voice or whether in meditation. Each one of us is subject to it throughout our lives. Every day, we are influenced by inner and outer suggestions. The inner monologue that all of us live with continually shapes our lives because we are energetic. See, and words or energy, vibration. When you talk, it's a vibration coming out. That's energy. Some of us repeat to ourselves that we will never be successful because we come from a family of losers, or because we have had failures, or because we think we haven't had enough education, or don't have enough money, or skills, or intelligence, or management ability, or good luck, and on and on and on it goes. So we drift from failure to failure, not because we don't have the necessary qualities to succeed, but because that's how we unconsciously picture ourselves. Some people believe they will never attract a partner, the millionaire continued. And yet they have all kinds of attractive qualities. Potential partners run from them like the plague. This is true. I swear it's true. The power of their self image, which is the reflection of their unconscious, is responsible for this. It brings about the circumstances that make others avoid them, because this is we in the physical. The physical is the last. So everything that's happened here already happened on higher planes of existence. But the repetition of negative formulas, which have a tremendous impact on our lives, can be used in a different way. And that's what we're going to do. The unconscious is a slave that can dominate us because it is immensely powerful, but it is also blind, and you have to learn how to play tricks on it. The young man didn't fully understand everything the millionaire was saying, yet he was eager to find out more. The beauty of this theory is that you don't really have to believe in it to use it, the millionaire said. But to get results, you have to put it to use. They won't come magically on their own. Everything, as I've said, depends on repetition. Even if you don't believe it at first, try it at least for a couple of days. That's long enough for you to start feeling its effects. And it's free. It ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna hurt you. This might be simplistic, but let me tell you, it is the most potent secret on the face of the earth. Words have tremendous power. Remember the first words of Saint John in the Bible. In the beginning was the Word. Self-suggestion plays a major role in our lives. If you remain unaware of it, it will work against you more often than not. But if you decide to use it, all its tremendous power will be at your disposal. Well, I think I have convinced you. I think you have convinced me to try, said the young man. Although, to tell you the truth, I'm still a little skeptical. That's all right. Just remember to base your judgment on the results rather than on the intellectual criteria, rather than logicalizing it and rationalizing it. Just focus on the results. Just try it and see. Now come with me and I'll show you what to do. That's the end of chapter 9. Now, all this stuff tie in together because even though I'm talking about the instant millionaire and how to become a millionaire and how to think prosperous, it ties in with the astral travel, which is what the main point of what I'm getting to on this channel. It's the astral travel. But to astral travel, you need to exercise your mental capabilities and your feelings, your emotions. So all this ties in together. So stay with me. Peace and love, my friends. I'll see y'all next time.